And Asia's biggest air show was kicked off in Singapore on Tuesday with participants from 50 countries. The biennial commercial and defense-focused Singapore Air Show will feature military aircraft from India, Singapore, Australia, Indonesia, South Korea and the US. This edition will be the first in 6 years unaffected by pandemic restrictions. Participating in the event, the Indian contingent will include Sarang helicopter display team of the Indian Air Force. The Sarang team is performing a 4-helicopter display at the air show this year. And for more on this, we have our correspondent Patrick Falk joining us. Well, Patrick, Singapore Air Show is Asia's most influential international aerospace and defense exhibition. India's Sarang team is also performing a 4-helicopter display at the air show this year. What's in store for the Singapore Air Show this year?
Yeah, well, this is the first time since 2019, since before COVID, that the event is back to full scale. There are more than 1,000 exhibitors here from more than 50 different countries, so there's a lot of excitement. And this event is really about industry leaders and figures getting together to engage with one another and talk about issues within the global aviation industry. And one of the big focuses this year in particular is on sustainability, and there's going to be a lot of discussion on how the industry is going to reach net zero emissions. Remember, the global aviation industry has committed to do so by 2050. And you know, one of the things that is being featured here is the Airbus A350-1000, which uses sustainable aviation fuel, which is basically a mixture of cooking oil, tallow, and regular jet fuel. So we're going to be getting a closer look at that today. Also, as you say, there's going to be a lot of excitement about the aerobatic teams here, including India's Sarang helicopter aerobatics team that are going to be performing here tomorrow. It's a 71-man team, and it's one of 5 aerobatic teams that is going to be performing at Singapore. So we're going to be getting a good look at that as well tomorrow.
All right. Patrick, also there's a lot of talk about China's first commercial passenger jet making its debut there. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that's right. It's been described as the most scrutinized aircraft at the Singapore Air Show. And as a matter of fact, I've got a copy of the event news publication, and it's got the Comac C919 there on the front of it. It's a passenger jet which carries around 200 people. You know, China's made no secret of its ambition to break the duopoly that Airbus and Boeing have in the passenger jet space, and so people are coming to take a very close look at it and see how it performs. It has already done a flyby in Singapore here on Sunday, but this is the first time we're going to be able to get up close and have a look. It is operating right now in China already. There are 4 aircraft that are operating domestically, but it has only been licensed to operate in China. It hasn't received certification from European or US regulators, so that's one big hurdle that it needs to cross in order to really cut into this huge market that Airbus and Boeing currently hold. But you know, it's also coming at a time when Boeing is facing a lot of difficulty. It's been involved in a series of crises, most recently, of course, as we know, part of a fuselage blowing off a plane mid-air. So, you know, the timing of all of this could be very important for the company if it doesn't tend to come to market in a significant way right now.
Well, a big show for the global aviation industry. Thank you so much, Patrick, for joining us and giving us that information.